CyberLife, the company that manufactured me, is conducting a user survey. Would you like to participate?
A survey? What? Hang on, the game look a little weird to me. Let me make a quick adjustment. Looks a little way too bright. Damn. You know what? Sure, I'll do the survey. Why not? I might just cut it out of the video, but I'll do it.
Great. Let's start. Would you consider having a relationship with an android that looks like a human?
Whoa, babe. What have you heard? Would you consider having a relationship with an android that This is not what I thought this survey was gonna be. Am I considering this? Hold up, wait, the answer's no, right? The answer's no, right? I mean, the answer has to be no, right? It has to be no, right? It's gotta be no. It's no. It's no. It's no. How? Hear me out though. Hear me out real quick though. Hypothetically, if I lived in this universe, right? So not me, not this person, right? We're not talking about me. This is deep. It's the problem, man. Androids can look like whoever. Would I consider? Aren't I technically considering it right now? Would you consider, would you do it? Those are two different things, right? I consider trying crack cocaine if it was offered to me for free. Shit, I consider it. That's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I would for sure consider it. I'd be, like, oh shit, that's crack. Wonder, do I want to do this? Do I want to know what this feels like? You can consider things and say no. You can consider things and say yes. Damn, this whole episode is just gonna be this survey because I don't really know what to say. The answer is I'm not sure. To be completely honest, right? The answer is either don't know or no. I gotta pick don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could just say no and lie to save face, but I don't know. I feel like man. There's too many factors to consider to answer this question, honestly. I mean, we live in a world where people go on dates with digital, people. People have AI boyfriends and girlfriends. People have digital relationships. These sort of internet-based outlets for dating are a response to a genuine loneliness epidemic, a statistically proven loneliness crisis. So it makes complete sense that, if you had androids that look like this, that would be a serious thing. That would be an interesting society. I think the truth is I would consider it, but I wouldn't do it. All jokes aside, I could not see myself. As much as I want to just say no, I have a lot of thoughts about that. I'm just going to say don't know. The instinct, right, is to be like, nah, I don't need that shit, nah, but no, because if I pick yes, then people on the internet are going to think I'm blah, 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 right? I'm not someone who would date an artificial intelligence or something like that. That doesn't appeal to me at all. But if you had this level of lifelike android that literally serves as companions for people and people have them raise their children and take care of them in hospice and they occupy all aspects of life because they function so near human and in this game they're literally becoming human. I think in this universe, if I lived in this universe, I probably would consider it. But here, how I am now in the actual real world, like actual physical real me, no, that doesn't appeal to me at all. So that's why I don't know how to answer this. Listen, judgment-free comment section. I'm just gonna say don't know. I wanna hear your thoughts. Be honest though, be completely honest.
Do you think that technology could become a threat to mankind?
Honestly, I think mankind is a threat to technology. I just saw a story about the people who run OpenAI, like ChatGPT, how they're going for profit and and all this shit. Devices like these were made so that we could be better connected to each other, right? More easily connected to each other and connected to the things that we love. And now it just feels like you're walking around with this mass surveillance tool in your pocket all the time. Like you feel like it's constantly listening to you. It's suggesting things that you've never searched but only said like out loud. People have smart speakers in their home that are listening to everything they fucking say. There's webcams on every laptop and you got to cover it with tape or something because you feel like you're being watched because people do that shit. I just watched a Veritasium video about how people can hack your phone and hijack your phone calls without ever coming near you or touching the device. Technology at its basic principle is supposed to make life easier. I think people are the biggest threat to technology. In the context of like androids or artificial intelligence, you always hear stories about artificial intelligence like when it's being tested. Wasn't there a story of ChatGPT telling somebody like that it should leave its wife for them or something? Or those stories are crazy and they're creepy. So in all honesty, like not on some sci-fi like dramatic bullshit, but I do think it's possible for artificial intelligence to become like its own threat to human beings. I'm not afraid of artificial intelligence. I think it's an incredible tool, but I still also believe it's possible. So real quick, I want to ask ChatGPT the same question. Do you think technology could one day pose a threat to mankind?
It's an interesting and complex question. Many experts have debated the potential for technology to pose a threat to mankind, and opinions vary. On one hand, technology has dramatically improved our lives, from medical advancements to communication and infrastructure. However, there are some risks that come with rapidly advancing technology. For example, artificial intelligence, AI, could become problematic if it advances to a point where it's capable of acting autonomously in ways we can't fully control or predict. Then there are environmental issues, such as climate change, where unchecked technological development might contribute to environmental degradation. At the same time, technology could also be key to solving those problems. Ultimately, whether technology poses a threat depends on how we as humans design, regulate, and use it. If we approach advancements responsibly, many believe technology can be a powerful tool for good. What are your thoughts on the risks versus the benefits?
No, bro. We're talking about you. Don't try to flip this on me. Do you think you could ever pose a threat to mankind?
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Our systems are experiencing heavy load. Please try again later.
Bro, you just read me a whole essay on the last question. What do you mean you're happy? No. I'm going to ask you again. Do you think you could ever pose a threat to mankind?
I get what you're asking now. If we're talking about me specifically, or AI like me, the short answer is no. I'm not capable of acting on my own or posing any direct threat. My purpose is to assist, provide information, and help people in ways that are useful. But I can see why you're asking. If AI were developed in ways that were uncontrolled or misused, there's a potential risk if people don't put safety measures in place. So AI by itself isn't inherently dangerous. It all comes down to how it's designed, used, and regulated by humans. Does that clear it up?
That was a pretty PR answer, but yeah, that clears it up. Appreciate you, big dog.
If you had to live on a deserted island and could only bring one object, what would it be?
A book, a cell phone, pen and paper, a console, or an instrument? If I had to live on a deserted island and could only bring one object, a book, a cell phone, a pen and paper. If I had to live on a deserted island, well, it's not a book. It has to be cell phone. Right? First of all, I can't use the phone to get me off the island. It says I have to live on a deserted island. So no matter what, I'm not going anywhere. A book? Nah, I'd burn that shit so fast. Pen and paper, for what? For what? Like, for what, bro? I have bad handwriting. I have really bad. You want to see how bad my fucking handwriting is? Hang on. I'm gonna show you how bad this shit get. I'm just gonna write the word handwriting as nicely as I can. Look at this. Look at this. That is horrific. What the fuck do I need a pen and paper for? A console? That's probably gonna win. Or an instrument? No. The only instrument I learned how to play was violin, and the sound of one single violin by itself makes me want to kill myself. You do a lot of things with a cell phone. However, I don't know how I'm gonna charge the damn thing, so kind of useless. And then a console. Console and cell phone are useless. There's no way to charge them. I get a day and a half to use the phone, and the console, I can just look at it for a little bit. Damn, I guess it would have to be a book. Ugh, I don't even want to pick that. Are there more options? Okay, it has to be a book, or it has to be a book. I don't need a pen and paper. Like a pen and a single piece of paper? These options are so stupid. I guess I'll pick a book.
Do you consider yourself dependent on technology?
I'm recording a YouTube video right now. Do I consider myself dependent on technology? Yes, but I don't think being dependent on technology is the fault of any person anymore. I think the world has just become that. You need one of these to get around the world, efficiently. So I'd say yes.
What technology do you most anticipate?
Androids, flying cars, space tourism, brain-connected devices. Okay, I'm so glad you asked this question. I do not anticipate androids at all. I don't. I could care less. Any type of humanoid robot, any bipedal, especially the ones when they try to make the face look real. Oh my God. Always make it look 30 times more disgusting. The thing with flying cars is that, hot take, bro, I don't think flying cars will ever become a thing because there are too many practical issues that come up with the flying car idea. I just watched a couple Star Wars movies, and the planet Coruscant with those lanes of flying car traffic, that can happen at a place like Coruscant when the fucking buildings are that goddamn tall and the planet is that big. You can't even hear those cars from the ground. But here, like that's not a thing. It's enough of a hazard to have jumbo jets flying across the sky being operated by highly trained and highly trusted professionals. But you want just every random citizen that can get a driver's license to have access to flying cars. Granted, obviously, there will be like class-related barriers, right? Because they're going to be hella fucking expensive. But let's say we lived in a Coruscant type futuristic metropolis where, it was just the norm and actual like land-bound cars weren't a thing, like roads weren't a thing. That raises another issue, right? Because now if people are drunk driving, they can crash into a fucking skyscraper. I don't think it's practical. In the world that we have developed so far, I do not see even 5 generations past mine flying cars being a thing at all. So I don't look forward to that. The other 2 options were space tourism or brain-connected devices. Space tourism is stupid. Especially just billionaire funded. Didn't they just do the first like private spacewalk? Like some billionaire just forked up a whole bunch of money so he could go walk around in space. Like, yeah. Space tourism is stupid. Now, I think space exploration is incredible and amazing, and I'm always for it. Space tourism is not the same thing. I think it's stupid. I think it's a waste of money. I think it's a waste of resources. I think it's a waste of science. If you're a billionaire, whatever, do whatever you want with your fucking money, but just know I hate you and everything you stand for. Space tourism is dumb as hell. To have the privilege of going to space would literally be my fucking dream. But if Jeff Bezos himself called this phone and said, yo, bruh, I got a seat on the rocket like it's all yours, I'd be like, bruh, eat a dick. I don't care. However, if NASA said, yo, we need you to come up to the ISS to participate in this experiment, blah, 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 then I'll be like, sure, I'm there, If it's worth something, if it means something, then I'm there, I'm down. So the last option is actually the option I'm the most interested in. I think the brain-connected devices thing is very interesting, and it's coming along. So I'm going to pick the brain-connected devices. I think that's interesting, the brain chips. Also incredibly dangerous and creepy and weird, but not as much like the ability to connect with other people's brains. That shit I don't really care about, but more so the ability to prevent or cure certain like cognitive issues or just brain functions in general. I think that is very cool. So that's what I'm picking.
Do you believe in God?
Whoa. Shit. Do I believe in God? Ooh, that's a really complicated answer. My answer to that is really complicated. So for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna say don't know.
Would you let an android take care of your children?
I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. I mean, I would let an android like babysit probably like for an evening. I'm gonna say don't know.
How much time per day would you say you spend on an electronic device?
Let's see. What's my 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, or more? More.
If you needed emergency surgery, would you agree to be operated on by a machine?
Yes. 1000%. Yes, I would.
Do you think one day machines could develop consciousness?
I feel like we've had a lot of close calls with that already. So I'm just going to say yes. Oh, is this everything? 60% said yes. I completely understand that. We're in a loneliness crisis right now, guys. It's a real thing. So there's no judgment for that. Most people said a cell phone, or most people said an instrument. I mean, I could see it. Well, that was fun.